Hello, everybody, and welcome to Electric City Sentai Denzicaster here on the ECS Network. I'm your host, Mike, and this week I am joined by...
William.
Sam.
So, I've got the world's angriest and the mistress of Miyazaki, as I have recently coined her on one of our other shows, here with us today. And with Sam being here, that pretty much means we have some more Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon to take a look at. We're doing a bit of a brief marathon because I know there's some really cool stuff coming up, and I want to hurry up and get to it. So, we got done watching episodes 17 and 18. Act 17 is Monako transforms in front of Rei's eyes, and Act 18 is, at last, all 5 Sailor Senshi are together. So, basic gist of episode 17, and then I'll let Sam give the gist of episode 18, because William and Bob, who you will see you saw earlier this week on Rage Quit Radio, were basically cracking me up for the rest of the episode, and I didn't really catch overly much.
I wasn't paying attention to them. I was focused.
That's fine because we were still paying attention, having fun with it.
So basically, the gist of Monaco's, which is right now Princess Sailor Venus, part of her just being very harsh on the scouts and keeping her distance and whatnot, is she's dying. Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah, it is something that's going on. Basically, you see a point where she's holding her head and whatnot, and a bunch of her tours have been canceled and so on, and she's actually dying. And that is something that's been revealed in episodes up to this point, although not clearly.
She seemed more of a recluse in this episode, except for Mars being there with her.
Yeah,
or Amy being there with her.
Pretty much. And we get to see Usagi get really heartbroken over the fact that Mamoru has a fiance, apparently, and her apparent inability to do anything related to home economics. It's considered actually to be one of the grimmest episodes, one of the darkest episodes of PGSM, Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. It's not, but that's what they claim.
The combination of the two, or
yeah, a lot of people up to this point, it probably is one of the emotionally heavier episodes, but trust me, it's not the. And then episode 18, the 5 Senshi are all together. Tell us a little bit.
It's basically a pissing
No, you can say that.
Okay, pissing contest between Sailor Venus and Sailor Mars.
at one point,
As we haven't had to say on this show in a very long time, please do remember that this is a somewhat explicit channel. So yes, it is a bit of a pissing contest and just who is the bigger bitch.
Yeah.
That's
pretty much the crux of episode 17 and 18.
Yeah. You kind of see the start of it at the end of 17, and then you kind of see it go full throttle in episode 18.
Yeah.
That's right, motherfucker. I was paying attention.
So, if you want detailed synopses of these two episodes, folks, something that I've started doing on the other Denzicaster shows, Denzi Blitz and Denzi Now, and we're going to start doing here, to be honest with you. If you want a detailed plot synopsis, that's what the internet is for. We're here to give you our opinions on it. So, we will start with the lady who actually wants to watch this show, as opposed to the guy who would rather gouge his eyes out.
I didn't say that.
You just always manage to turn up during these shows. It's great.
So, Sam, first impressions out of these two episodes.
I want to slap Usagi. I know she's just 14. She's experiencing her first heartbreak.
Something we agree on, finally.
Yes. And she's experienced her first heartbreak, but she is supposed to be a pretty guardian saving the world. When you're getting a call for help, you're not supposed to run in the opposite direction because you can't handle it. Your heart being broken.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that shit's unanimous.
Yeah, just take your rage.
Is she supposed to be 14 enough?
Yeah, they're all supposed to be like 14, 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all supposed to be quite young.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just I don't know, just something about the way Amy looks is just like she looks like she just wants. She looks like She has been
No, when
through
you
a
say
lot of
Amy,
shit.
that's Mercury.
That's Mercury.
Oh, I'm sorry. No,
Ray.
Ray. I'm sorry. See, I haven't watched this shit in that long. I'm saying. I used to know who all they were anyway. But anyway. Ray just looks like she wants to slap the shit out of everybody. And that kind of look comes from somebody who's been through some shit.
Well, she's
I'm just saying.
She's that in the cartoon. She's that in the manga, manga. It's always been
Like
her.
I said, that's what. But I never really knew how old they were, so I was just like, I figured they were like high school, like
Well, they're like
late high school, like maybe junior.
Oh no, they're middle school, just like they were in the manga and everything else. Like tail end of middle school, but middle school nonetheless. About to go into high school kind of setup. So I guess they're slightly older than they are in the anime and manga, because for some reason I don't think they were like about to go into high school. I thought they were pretty much just dedicated middle schoolers the entire time.
Yeah, in the anime and manga they were pretty much middle schoolers. But that's why I was just like, they seem older in this than they do.
Yeah, they're slightly older. So, yeah, for me, Usagi just had her head stuck up her ass for the better part of a couple episodes. Yeah, I find this interpretation of Sailor Venus to be really, really strange. Just because she's posing as the princess, and she's doing it here longer than she has in any other version of the story. And it's almost as if she's trying to, like, tough love. I've got to make sure the rest of the scouts are ready in time. Will, any first thoughts, first impressions out of these couple episodes?
As far as I'm
Just
putting my phone
general?
on silent, by the way. That's the whole
Oh.
reason why I'm picking that up. I keep forgetting that.
That is a first on the entire ECS network.
What,
Any of the shows.
Someone putting a phone on silent?
No, you putting your phone on silent.
It's only because the motherfucker don't ring.
But anyhow.
I got a new phone, and I'm not used to it actually alerting me when I have emails and updates. It's freaked me out for the first like 10 minutes in the car when I was driving over here. Sorry.
But no.
I do know a lot about technology. That shit just scared the hell out of me. That's what I'm saying.
But any first thoughts on these couple episodes? And anything that stood out that you liked?
He's true.
I still I agree with both of y'all on the whole. Somebody just need to just haul off and just backhand the fuck out of Usagi at least once, especially when she got like that and basically left like Venus and Mars to kind of like fend for themselves.
And because of her, Jupiter and Mercury are like guilty by association.
Exactly. It's like the whole thing of where the fuck were you two? We had to keep this bitch from walking off a cliff. You could have just pushed her and called even and came to help. Still, you don't really do that. That's being a horrible friend. But you know, hey. And
Anything that you liked?
I'm starting to like Ray. Just for the simple fact of that whole exchange between her and Venus, it was the whole look of, it's like, does Ray have to smack a bitch? I was just like, yep, here we go. I'm good now.
I'm like, this couple episodes is sort of a spotlight on Ray and Minako particularly, and kind of creating a relationship between them, whether that's adversarial or otherwise.
It gets better.
Yeah, I kind of dig that. I mean, like we said, it's a bit of a pissing contest at first, but for me, what I like out of these couple episodes, probably Ray. I'm probably with Will, and I'm actually liking Venus a little more out of these couple episodes as well. I mean, if for nothing else, they're doing more with her.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'm kind of on the fence.
Okay.
Minako for right now.
Well, you're on the fence with anything called Sailor Moon.
No, I'm not on the fence. I've blown that fence the fuck up.
So, what about you?
For that one over there. Yeah.
Anything you like? What do you like about these couple episodes?
There was a golden retriever.
God, is that the best you got?
Don't forget, it's an infinite source of torture for me, which apparently you would take great pleasure in.
I do, I really do. What else was good? Her. I wasn't really impressed with these 2 episodes. I had more anger. Like, they were good episodes, but I just had more anger with the characters and anything. I felt bad for Mamoru's fiance, because she's this... Well, she's also an idiot. Because if he... I'm sorry. They've known each other since they were kids, and he proposed to her when he was a kid. You can't hold him accountable to that. No. Or that maybe it's just the wrong society. I don't know.
No, it's just one of those kind of like wishful thinking things, I guess.
Because she's pretty, she's nice, she's super nice. She doesn't realize her man is, I want to leave her. And he's trying to be noble and says, I can't abandon her even though I don't love her. Kind of deal. But at the same time, I'm mad at her. It's like you're holding him accountable to something he promised when he was a kid. When he was like 5.
So we'll just take this into stuff you didn't like about these pair of episodes.
I like the dog.
Okay. What did you not like?
I think that was the actual question.
What did I not like?
Yeah.
I didn't like Isagi being a butthead.
Okay.
I was about to say, just repeat the stuff you
Yeah,
said
I
before.
was about to say everything.
That's the big thing, is just what we didn't care for.
Yeah, pretty much everything I've said I don't like about these episodes.
Well then, and we pretty much cover what we don't like out of these. So I mean, seriously, folks, Usagi is just, this is the height.
Why can't I have him? Why does he love me? Why don't I Sorry.
This is the height of, if someone looks at Sailor Moon and goes, I don't like it because it's too much of this. This is probably what they're talking about, is this pair of episodes. This is all anybody ever showed them. What are you looking forward to? What are you hoping for?
They're finally getting to the second queen. I don't remember her name. Starts with an M.
Mataria.
Mataria. They're finally bringing her about. Yeah.
Yes.
The little bad dudes are finally succeeding and getting all the energy.
I will say this. I am digging, for bringing her up, Queen Matalia does not show up until damn near the end of the anime first season, if I recall correctly. I mean, she's like the final boss.
Yep.
There's mention of her, but not as early as we're getting it here.
She's in 1 or 2 of the movies.
Yeah.
As the big bad.
But I got more enjoyment out of the bad guys out of these 2 episodes than I did anything else. Especially the fact that you have Kunzite, who has basically said, I don't give a crap about Beryl. I don't work for you. I work for this other chick. So you do your thing. You've got these other 2 bumbling idiots, referring to like Jadeite and Zoisite.
Yep.
You got them 2. I work for her, and so you kind of have that tension between the villains, which I'm actually really digging. I got more out of that than I did anything the Sailor Scouts or Sailor Senshi or Sailor Guardians or whatever you want to call them this week. I got more out of that than I did our actual heroes in these 2 episodes.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to, Will?
New Queen reveal. And not these 2 episodes, seeing them ever again.
And see, that says something. When we had that one episode that was just really, really awkward when they fell off the roof and she started singing.
Yeah.
That tells you
Yeah, I
something.
was just like, what?
Do these top that as a low point for you now on the show?
Yes.
Okay. So.
Because that one was just awkward. This one inspired anger.
Like I said, like the best things about that was the interaction between Ray and Minako. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the best things that came out of those 2 episodes. Other than that, it was just kind of like,
What?
Filler episodes.
Yeah. Every show has them, and I hate to say I probably wouldn't call them filler if for nothing else than they go into Minako being chronically ill and things like that. So there's stuff that's going to be important later that you got to know, that there's 5 minutes of important exposition hidden cleverly within 20 minutes of garbage. So with that said, folks, that pretty much wraps up.
sorry,
What he said. That pretty much wraps up
that was an ingestion.
these 2 episodes of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. Like I said, we're going to watch a few of these in a row and kind of chug through a little bit of PGSM. So look forward to that. If you guys want to help us out here on the ECS Network, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Just tell us why. Put your comments down below. Let us know what you thought of these 2 episodes of Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon.
And what we can do to improve.
Absolutely. We always love any kind of feedback that lets us know how we're doing. Hopefully we sound better this go-round. You may have noticed on some of episodes of the other shows, We have a microphone sitting here now, which we previously were having to use our in-camera mic, but thanks to, as they say on public television, viewers like you, we now have a mic. So...
a mic for Mike, sorry. That's
we now have a microphone here with us.
a special.
Yeah, so if you want to help us out here on the ECS Network, aside from share, like, subscribe, hit that red button that says subscribe if you haven't already. As of the time of this recording, we have 90 subscribers, 10 more, and we can start saying go to youtube.com/something. We'll hit 100, which when we hit 100, I'll try to do something special for 100 subscribers. But you can go over to our Patreon, patreon.com/ECS Network. All we ask is $1 a month. Put your tip in the tip jar if you like what we're doing and you want to help us out. Or you can go to cafepress.com/ECS Network. Pick yourself up a cool t-shirt, whether it is for Denzicaster, like what I'm wearing, or 8-Star Anime, like what Sam is wearing over here. So you can grab that as well, and that will go to help us out here, whether it's lighting or cameras or microphones. The next thing on the agenda is a second lighting rig to help out our folks at 8-Star Anime and Chopsaki Cinema. They both need lighting rigs for their shows. So
Desperately, because apparently once I fixed the lighting problem where we were originally shooting, they decided.
We had to get another set.
There was a 2-3 vote, which was funny because I didn't get a vote to move to a place which was much darker, and we have a lot of problems with lighting.
Yeah, it's roomier. Yeah. It's roomier, and there are nicer chairs and things like that, and I guess things of this nature. Well, I've been there once or twice. At least you ain't got to fight a dog for it. But with all that said, it's dark as all get out. So the other shows can use that help, and we want to get it for them. So please jump over to cafepress.com and pick yourself up some cool merch to help us out. So folks, until next time, when we will have some more Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon, much to her delight and his chagrin, I'm Mike.
William.
Sam.
And we'll see you next time on Denzicaster.